What is going on, guys? Today was our first real garage sale day of the season, and I am so excited. All right, so it was the city of Bexley's second annual community sale. Now, I was not able to attend last year because of work. I wasn't going to let that stop me today. We got off work at 7 a.m. I have to go back to work at 9 p.m., but we are hitting this damn garage sale. Bexley, if you guys don't know, is kind of like in central Ohio. It's like 2.5 square miles. It's a very kind of, I guess, richy neighborhood. It's also home of my former employer and alma mater, Capital University, which is cool. So I kind of know the area a little bit. I took a friend with me who lives there. He just bought a house in Bexley, and it's in central Bexley, which is kind of like where the mid-range houses are. And his house was like something ridiculous, like $460,000 house. So kind of gives you a kind of a range of what we're dealing with. It's kind of very old, very well-to-do, big houses, a lot of stuff. So I'm going to insert the map, and then we're going to hit the garage sale. So we'll show you all the little blue dots of all the garage sales that we were going to make it to today. So hope you enjoy.
All right, like I said, first garage sale of the season, guys. I'm really excited. Let's take a look at the map and see what we got. Man, you can see all those blue dots are houses that are having garage sales within this community sale, and there's more sales that weren't on the map there. So let's go check it out.
All right, guys, we are out garage sailing in the city of Bexley at their community sale. I don't know why this isn't focusing, but there's our first sale of the day. We're going to get this off. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, yeah. You can go in first, take the first hit.
Oh, here comes trouble. What's up?
Good morning.
Here comes trouble.
Brett, got any old video games you started getting rid of?
Hey,
Video games? No. I think those are long gone years ago.
I'm back.
what you up to?
Oh, I'm garage sailing. My buddy runs a gaming channel
Oh.
on the internet. He runs it.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Video
Nice to
games.
meet you.
Jackie,
Becky, nice to meet you.
It's one of my buddies from the police department. So
Awesome.
yeah, we're out hitting the murder.
Don't arrest us. Don't
No.
arrest us. Nice. So, Craig, now, you're in North Bexley?
Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Get Uno attack.
Do you really want to get rid of these because my son wants to have a birthday party?
Okay.
Like the Summer Olympics theme?
Want 'em?
Yes. I would love these.
Take them.
I can even change like some of
It's
the
tiny little oil.
I can give you the history of each one of those trophies.
Little oil. Little oil.
No, it's okay. I can't think.
No, most of them really probably weren't well earned. I mean, yours were so, but your brothers weren't.
But mine were.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, though, man. Did a hawk step on your foot?
Yeah. Three little boys got hold of it. Is what happened. Okay, then you should be on the map.
Good morning. How are you? Good. Do you have any like old video game stuff like PlayStation or Xbox, Nintendo Wii?
Anything?
Oh, that'd be fun. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, guys, we are leaving the Bexley community sale. I am tired as hell. We worked last night, got off at 7 a.m. and it is now 10:30. We did all right. You can see we got the Xbox stand right there. This cardboard box is full of Legos. and they're like vintage Legos. So we'll check that out when we get back to the game room. All right, guys, we are back in the game room. Gonna check out our pickups from the Bexley community sale. Guys, it was nuts. I think I spent like $93. I spent a good chunk of it on one thing, and I'll show that to you in a later kind of pickup here in the video. But I wanted to get some of this big stuff out of the way. And yeah, so let's just get to it. First place we go to, I asked the guy, how much do you want for this big box of Legos? And they were really just trying to clean stuff out. He said $10. Guys, I got this whole box of Legos for $10. It's got boats. It's got that Ferrari Enzo in there, which is actually not very common. I think it goes for like $100 by itself or $150 by itself. So yeah, $10. This was like the first house of the day right here. So definitely excited to pick that up, and it really kind of set the tone for the whole day. The other thing I wanted to show you, picked up this Xbox 360 stand. Now it's really dirty, and the lighting isn't very good in here because I'm trying to do it on the floor. But yeah, got that for $5. So $5 for the stand, $10 for the big ass box of Legos. I'm going to pull all those Legos out, and we'll check out what's in that box. Alright guys, you can see we still got some random pieces there in the bottom, but let's get to the main event. I threw everything out on the bed, so we'll just start over here. We're going to shoot this retro survival style with our nice fluffy fleece blanket. I think he has puppies. Mine's actually a white tiger. Love tigers. Alright, so the first thing, maybe we got these big battleships. You guys saw those things are huge. We come down here, we've got the NBA set. Now this thing, I don't know if it's complete or not. I was checking on eBay. The set would go for like $100 if it were complete. So we'll have to dig around in there, see if all the pieces are there. Got the very awesome Ferrari Enzo. If I can sell everything and make my money back, I may keep that because I love it. We got some random vehicles here. Got a helicopter. I think the propellers for that are somewhere. I thought I saw them. And there's some other type of helicopter thing. I don't know. Random parts. And then there's this really awesome M2A3. But yeah, it opens up in the back there, which is kind of neat. And then the turret on the top actually opens up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Sliding on over, we got the Ferrari F1 Racing Set, and all this stuff is dirty, as you guys can probably tell. It'll need a good scrubbing. And then there's a random bag for that with stickers. Looks like there's an extra minifig in there. So that's definitely cool. I think this goes to that. There's some type of motorized piece. I'm not real sure what that goes to. Haven't figured that out yet. All the manuals and building instructions that you could need for all your Legos. This is all that Ferrari stuff, and there's just all kinds of random directions in here. Just crazy. So yeah, that was in a bag. Random bag of Connects. So won't need that. One in the box here, Lego Sports. It's a little hockey guy. Looks like it's still in the bag. I opened it up. See if we can open that. Looks like everything in there is still like in the bag. So yeah, we'll figure out how much that's worth and try and sell that. A couple random stickers. Come over here. We're gonna leave this one over here for last. Just looks like there's a PlayStation RF switch. So I don't know how that ended up in the box, but we'll throw that in our box of cables for our consoles. Also in this box was this box. Open that thing up, and guess what's inside, guys? I'll give you one guess. More Legos, which is awesome. This is the European Taxi set. Now the Legos aren't in there. I have a feeling that the pieces are all in there somewhere. And this actually goes to what I'm about to show you over here. But yeah, definitely cool to find original Lego boxes. This is like from, I looked this up. I think this is from like the 60s, 68 or something. So yeah, definitely cool. And then we're going to move over and we're going to check out the coolest thing in this box. Now remember guys, we got this whole box of Lego stuff for $10, which is an amazing deal. All right, so what I wanted to show you guys, in my opinion, the coolest piece, and if I can keep this piece, I'm definitely going to keep it along with the Ferrari over here. Now, you guys know how Lego, they always number their sets, right? So, like, So like this is Lego Racer Set number 8156, right? And you know, Lego City 972, and that's how they're identified. What I'm about to show you may blow your mind. This is the Lego Gear Set from 1965. This was released in 1965. This is Lego Set 001. So if you're a vintage Lego collector, man, this is something that you gotta have in your collection. So, like I said, I opened it up, and this is gonna be difficult to do one-handed. Hold on. All right, so we pull that out of the box like that, and you can see it's missing some of the yellow pieces, but those go right there like that. So I'm hoping that all the other yellow pieces, all the other pieces for it, are in that other box. I checked on LegoSomething.com, and there's supposed to be 43 total pieces. But what I love about this is on the side of the box, man, it says, oh wait, that's the wrong side. Ha! There it is. Children never outgrow Legos. They just build bigger and better things. Man, is that the truth. All right, guys, so like I said, I got all of that for $10. We did get some other pickups. Now we're going to take a look at those right now. Woo! I am parched. Guys, we are back from our community sale. It was absolutely crazy. I think we spent like $93 or $95 total the whole day, which is great because those Legos are flippable and all that stuff. So, all right. Yeah, I didn't move some stuff around. So we go to this garage sale. You guys know I love the Legos. Always buy Legos, 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 Legos. So for $2, the guy had this tub, and he's like $2. So for $2, got a box of Legos, and as you can see, there is a expert builder set in there. I have not checked to see if all the instructions and parts are in there, but as you can see from the side, there are more Legos in there than the box will hold, because the top of the box is it's coming up. You know, it's a flap there, it's coming up. So we'll definitely do a little research on that, put up on Craigslist and flip it. $2 for a little box of Legos. Never, ever, ever pass that up. All right, this is like one of my secret obsessions that I love finding at garage sales, especially when they're like $1. It's a random bag of little figures and characters. Love that stuff. Got that one for $1, as you can see there. In this bag, there's like Shopkins and Littlest Pet Shops. There's a couple Lego mini figures in there, which is awesome. And then let me see if I can find one. There's a whole bevy of these. You can see Wonder Woman right there. There's a Wonder Woman. There's you know, some SpongeBob SquarePants ones. There's some more DC characters in there. You can see there's Joker right there. So I'll take all the comic book characters out of there and all the minifigures, all the Lego stuff. And then I'll just give the rest of it to my daughter, because I don't play with Shopkins, as far as you know. So the last thing, moving on. The last thing that I picked up, we all have like side obsessions, right? Like side hobbies or other ways to kind of make some money to put into our video game collections, which is awesome. One of the things I'm starting to kind of learn more about is vintage board games. Guys, this is from 1971. It is complete. It's a game called Score 4. It does have a little boxware right there. It is complete, which is awesome. Now, basically, the object of this game, you put these metal rods in the game board, and then you've got these colored beads, and you take turns, and it's basically like Connect 4, but in a 3D environment. So you can go vertically, horizontally, and then, you know, in the third direction at diagonalisms, all that stuff. Definitely cool. It looks like somebody had it at a garage sale before for $2. So I think I definitely won that one. Now, there's plenty of those on eBay for $10. There's a couple of them, a few of them for $14.99. And then there's a handful of sellers that want $19.99 for that with shipping. So for $1, I'll keep it. It's an easy game to learn how to play, so you can play with the kids, and you can play a lot of games. You know, it's not like a Monopoly or something that could take hours. Very quick hitter type game for the kids. And if they don't want to play it anymore, they don't lose interest, then we can sell it or keep it. Like I said, 1971. That game has me beat by 7 years. Unbelievable. All right, guys, before we get into the video games that we picked up today at the community sale, I just want to talk about, you know, some horror stories or some near misses. Really only have one horror story, we were kind of getting followed around all day by this. They looked like a father-son duo. And guess what they were buying? Video games, Legos, vintage toys, vintage board games. So we were trying to stay ahead of them the whole time. Actually ended up walking up to this sale. I could see on the table out in the distance there, it said Xbox games $1. And this guy, he beat me to the table. You know what I mean? So I let him go ahead and take a look. But as I'm walking by, I'm like kind of scoping out the games. Nothing too exciting. It was like Skate 3 and FIFA, Madden, maybe a Call of Duty game or two, and maybe like some Disney games or something. Nothing too crazy. So, you know, I'm letting him look at the games, and I go over by like where the porch is, and she's got this little basket. I don't know, it's about yay big, about 1.5 feet by, 6 inches or whatever. And there's Bionicles in there, Lego Bionicles. And the thing says they're 2 for $1. So I'm kind of scoping them out. Well, pretend you guys are the Bionicles, right? So I'm looking at it, and he comes walking in, and he's like, oh, the Bionicles are 2 for $1, right? And just totally cuts right in front of me. Now, usually I would say something, especially in a situation like that where there's, 20 Bionicles and she wants $10 for all of them, which those things would be an easy flip because people love Legos. I don't know if I said that already. But the profit margin there isn't that much. So instead of getting all upset about it, there were tons of sales. You guys saw it in the map. So we just decided to kind of cut the line right there and get out. Now, that paid off in the end. So having a cooler head actually prevailed, and I will show you the big pickup of the day that guy missed because he wanted to sit there and be a jerk and try and haggle over 50-cent Bionicles. So, yeah. So here are my... we had a couple near misses, right? Like that big box of Legos that we got, I asked the guy, you got any old video game stuff? Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, the whole spiel. And he's like, well, we sold all those last year, So trying to get people to bring stuff out was pretty tough because you guys know how the retro bubble is. But I went with a buddy of mine who lives in Bexley, grew up in Bexley. So having that local knowledge was very beneficial in getting people that he knew to bring stuff out. So, yeah. So that was helpful. If you can get, somebody that has local knowledge, definitely do that. So walk up to this table. This lady's got like not very much stuff. She's got like a table, like small like kids electronics, like leapsters, leap pads, that kind of stuff. And then she's got a tarp on the ground with clothes and shoes and whatever. So I'm standing there, right? Well, this lady's standing there. She's on my left, and I'm standing there, and I'm kind of looking through some like DVDs to see if there's like a loose video game or whatever in there. Excuse me. And then I look over, and to her left, on the other side of her, I see 2 TI-84 Plus calculator thing. That shit that Jeff McKenzie's always picking up. So I'm like, and I see the little orange sticker, $5. So as I start to move around this lady, she reaches over, grabs both of them, and starts farting around with them. And she's talking to her husband. She's like, hey, didn't Kylie break her calculator when she was at college this last semester? Shouldn't we just buy these 2 just so she can have them? So I was like, ugh. So I hovered there for like a minute to see if she would put them down. She didn't. They ended up buying them. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Now, the biggest miss out of the day. You guys saw it. The Panasonic 3DO. We did not get that. Walked up to the lady's garage sale. She had a Minecraft game for PS Vita. And I said, hey, you got any older stuff? Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the whole spiel. And I'm with my friend. Well, my friend actually knows her. They went to high school together, or their kids go to school or something. And so we just started talking for a couple minutes. And she said, well, we have a Panasonic 3DO with a box of games, but a coworker of hers said that he was going to buy it for $200. But at that point in the video, and still to this point, he hasn't come and picked it up yet. So I gave her my number, and I was like, hey, if it doesn't work out, call me. I'll bring cash right over. And so you know how those things work out when you give people your number. 99% of the time, they're not going to call you back. But it was cool to see the Panasonic 3DO out there. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. She said it works. It was her husband's. Her husband bought it brand new back in the day in all those games. And yeah, I'm really hoping that guy doesn't come and pick that up and she gives me a call back. So, all right. Let's take a look at some of these games that we picked up. Okay, here we go. Now, everything up to that point has pretty much been in the order that it happened. I'm going to show you the video game stuff right now, guys. This is not in the order that happened because the incident with Homeboy Reseller jumping in front of me on the Bionicles actually happened a little bit earlier in the day, but I want to save that for last because that's like the grand poobah, right? Like, that's like the big thing of the video. So, stopped at a sale. It was actually down in this alley. Like, their garages are behind their house and they're not attached. So, it was kind of cool because you go down the alley, you know, the alleys are like, you know, a car and a half length wide. Well, the garages face each other, so it was like garage sale, garage sale, garage sale, garage. And it was awesome because you could hit so many real quick. And at the time that we got to this, there was like nobody out. It was like even before the sale started. It started at 8. Well, we got off work at 7, and we were there by 7:20, 7:25, and we just parked the car and just started walking. So for $1, picked up a couple Wii games, picked up Wipeout, the game. I'm picking up a lot of Wii games. I'm not Mr. Wii by any means, but I do have young kids, and some of the games are actually pretty good, and they play Wii all the time. They use it for like Netflix. Also picked up another copy of this, World War II Aces, again for $1. Really not going to pass it up, especially if it's in complete and in really good shape, which those are. All right, let me move some of this stuff over here around. I'll just throw that up there. Why not? All right, so then the last pickup of the day, we were kind of getting tired. This is like 10:30 in the morning. Now remember, we work 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., and then we hit this community sale from like 7:30 to 10:30. So, again, we walk up to the sale. All they have is outdoor stuff. You know, they got, a compound bow, snowshoes, like outdoorsy people stuff. And then they got a ton of stuff for like critters, right? Like dog cages and fish tanks and whatever. They did not have any video games. So I said, hey, you got any old Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega, PlayStation, Game Boy, you know, that kind of stuff, Xbox, the whole spiel. And he's like, well, I've got some games that I didn't even think to bring out. This is, 15, 16-year-old kid. So he goes upstairs, wherever he goes in his house, and he brings back a stack of games this big, and they're all like PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 games. I said, how much do you want for each game? And he said $5, and I'm like, it's a little steep, dude, because a lot of these are just sports games and kind of common games or whatever. He said, well, just pick out the ones you want, and I'll throw you out a number. So the number was $8. I don't know why this always ends up being $8, but that's how it is. Picked up Ace Combat, the Belkin War for PS2. Again, kind of getting into these Ace Combat kind of games. And I did not have that one for the PlayStation 2, so there we go. Picked up another copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the PlayStation 3. That one is complete. So that one will probably flip and pay for the whole thing. And then the last game was Resident Evil 6. That one is also complete. So yeah, $8 for 3 games. Not super great prices, but like I said, we'll flip Call of Duty Black Ops 2 because I'm not a Call of Duty guy. Hopefully we can get 15 bucks out of that, and then all this stuff will be free, and we'll get a couple bonus games. So, all right, guys, here we go. Welcome to the fucking show. So we ditched the dude that cut in front of me for the video games. Well, he didn't come from the games. He actually got to the table first. But the Lego Bionicles. So we pushed down like the next street, go down like the next street, and they're like right behind us, man. They're literally like 2-3 driveways behind us every single time. And I can't believe they hung in there that long, because if I'm behind somebody that I know is trying to buy games or the stuff that I'm buying, I will go in a different direction. But I don't know, maybe he thought that I would miss something, or maybe they were looking for other stuff like, I don't know, antiques or something. But yeah, they were always behind me. So I get to this guy's sale, and it says, they didn't really have that much stuff. I said, hey, you got any old video game stuff? Gave him the spiel, right? And he goes, well, I just bought a PlayStation 4, so I'm trying to sell my PlayStation 3. Boom. 160 gigabyte PlayStation 3 in the box. Comes with the power cable, the HDMI cable. Everything is in there. controller, everything. See if we can pick that up on the camera. All in there. So I said, well, how much do you want for the PlayStation 3? And he goes, I don't know, man. Make me an offer. And I'm not in the business of making offers because I tend to offer people a little bit more. But I really wanted it, and I didn't want to pay a ton for it. I said, does it still work? You know, I tried to do that whole thing, try to diminish its value so I could try and get it a little cheaper. He said, yeah, it works great. I put it back in the box about a year ago. Never had any problems with it. All that stuff. So I'm like, shit. So I said, how much do you want for it? He's like, $60. $60. So I'm like, you know, I don't know. Let me think about it. So we hold this for me because there was like another garage sale right next door that looked like they had some kids stuff and some DVDs. So I wanted to check that out before Homeboy jumped me. It's like a garage sale strategy. And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll hold it for you, dude. He actually knew the guy that was traveling around with me. So there was no problem there. So he was definitely going to hold it for me. He's like, well, I think I got some games and stuff upstairs. I'll go put it in the house. So he goes like, put it in the house or whatever. And he runs upstairs, grabs some games. We go look at the yard sale. There was nothing over there. We come back, and he's got a stack of games. And these aren't bullshit games, guys. We got Metal Gear Solid 4. All these games are complete, adult-owned, very nice shape. So we got Metal Gear Solid 4. A game I'm very interested in playing as I bump the camera all to hell. Woo, woo, woo. The Last of Us. Again, complete with the Naughty Dog stickers in there. I've wanted to play this game for a while, ever since I kind of saw it. Keep bumping the camera. All right, we'll try and get our shit together. I've wanted to play that game ever since I saw like the reviews for it and whatnot, but just never had the system. Now I do, and now I got a copy of the game. So, Call of Duty Black Ops. That one will probably get sold. Again, not a Call of Duty guy. I may give it a try, just to give it a try. Mass Effect 3. That one is also complete. Again, all these games are complete. A couple Assassin's Creed games here. We got Assassin's Creed 3. Complete. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That one is also complete. BioShock. Everybody loves that game. Again, I'm always like a generation or two behind when it comes to consoles, so I hear you guys talk about these games, but I've never actually played any of them. So that one's complete. Got Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Complete. And then the last one here looks pretty cool. I was watching a review on it last night on IGN. Heavy Rain. And that one is also complete. So I get back to his house, and you know, the reseller guys, I went forward, and then I came back, and those guys are now ahead of us. So I waited for them. We're just kind of bullshitting around. So I waited for them to get like another 2 or 3 houses ahead so they wouldn't see this stuff, and then come barreling back and try and, I'm going to invent a term right now, that they weren't going to try and highball me, which means offer more than what the person is asking. You know what I mean? Like, to cut me out of the deal. So, and again, another strategy of mine, I just wait for those people to move on. There's plenty of sales, and I don't need to spend all this money. You know what I mean? Like, I got a ton of shit already. So I asked the guy, I says, well, how much do you want for everything? And then, of course, he gives me that, well, are you interested in everything? And I said, yeah, well, like, if I just bought all of it, how much would you want to sell it for? And he goes, $75. $75 for everything. But he kind of looked desperate to sell. So I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if the wife would want me to spend $75 on a PlayStation 3. You know, I have a ton of consoles already. So then he goes, well, how about $65? Dude, I couldn't get $65 out of my wallet fast enough. So, yeah. So $65 for a PS3 in the box and all those games. So I thought that was a hell of a deal. And, yeah. The guy, like I said, the guy I was with knew this guy. And the dude was like, yeah, man, just, you know, if it doesn't work or you got any problems with it, just bring it on back. Craig knows where I live, and Craig's the guy I was with. Craig knows where I live, and I'll just give you your money back. No big deal. So, can't beat that. That's it, guys. We had a hell of a day. I got video games to categorize. I got to find out what I'm going to do with this PlayStation 3. I got to clean and sell and post and picture all those Legos. So, I got a lot of work to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, man, because I'm dog shit tired. It's a great way to start garage sale season, isn't it? Woo! See you guys next time.